Oh damn! I can't even like tell you who it is
What?
because we're live.
Tell me. Wait, I gotta take this.
Nah.
Off.
It might be Steve Carrillo.
Really? Yeah. Dang. That's
But he'll let me know tomorrow. I mean, that person will let me know tomorrow. It's a guy.
cool. Edit it out. Edit.
Edit on the live. Oh yeah, I should watch this so we know if anybody's actually on. I don't think so. But
Yeah.
last week we went live for the first time. I don't know. Did anybody tell you anything about it?
Yeah. Eli did.
Oh yeah, we got to talk about that.
Yeah. He went to. He did Friday. He did the planta with us on Friday. And one of the first things that he said, he was like, "Alexis isn't here. I see."
I was busy.
Yeah, and then he was like, "Well, next time I see him, we're gonna have a talk."
Oh, with me?
Yeah. He's like, he called me big.
Oh, he doesn't like to be called big.
I don't know, man. I think he prefers the bear.
Bears are freaking huge.
Yeah. That's why I call my my puppy, dude. He's a freaking bear, man. I think he's like 7 months. 7 months old. My mom calls him a bear because he's so big. Dude, he's got his neck. Freaking thick neck, man. And he's always looking down. His head is always down, looking down.
Is he like 4 months old or something?
Not like 7?
7?
7 months or something like that.
What was it, a golden retriever or something like that?
No. That's my other dog. That's well, it's my girlfriend's dog.
Oh, she's the one with the
I
golden retriever.
consider her one of my own too. Yeah, she's the golden retriever, and then there's what is Charlie? He's an Australian Shepherd mixed with something else. But,
I mean, I don't want to know you asking me.
well, no, I'm like searching my database.
What is he?
Alexis, what is he telling you right now? He's a mutt. No, he's not a mutt. He's a awesome dog.
Last week we since we've been live, honestly I was like just uploaded it the way that we did it because so it was a lot faster, a lot less editing for me. I just edited the beginning because it was like the good 5 minutes of us just sitting here trying to download Facebook.
But you can edit that?
Yeah, because so this live video is being saved also. I'm gonna save it to my camera roll.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah.
And man, I didn't press record on there. It really doesn't matter now because the audio that we're getting on the live is this audio.
Mm-hmm. But just in case.
But it's just like a just in case thing. Just a sec.
That's funny.
Yeah, so it saves to my the camera roll on the iPad. So I just have to basically or I can edit the video afterwards.
Not gonna lie, it's good to have my gig bag back, but
Oh yeah, I've had it for like 2 weeks.
it was but it's nice to have the hard case too. Because sometimes I put my gig bag, my vihuela, when it's in the gig bag on my bed, and then my puppy comes running in, and he's like jumping on shit. One time he just trampled all over the vihuela. I was like, "Hey, what are you doing?" Threw him off the bed, man. Charlie, he's crazy.
So you hit the puppy?
Huh?
Did you punch the puppy?
What the hell? No.
Remember we talked about?
Yeah, I remember that, dude. It was like
Well, that
the
was with
first
Luis.
episode, right? Or the second one.
That was the one when Luis was here.
Yeah.
Making
Oh,
the show.
yeah. Okay. Oh, never mind. That was like episode 7 or something.
Yeah, I think it was like 7.
And then you were like, so you like to hit puppies? I was like, no, that's not where I was trying to go.
Oh, you got a... Or who's watching?
Let me see, who is it? Oh, it's Fernando and Eugenio. Are you awake, Alexis?
Oh, dude, we had to talk about yesterday. I know what he's talking
Fernando,
about.
saludos.
Oh, you got to turn down the volume a little bit, though. Unless that's me.
I think it's you.
Oh, that's me.
I turned it down because I heard it earlier and I thought it was...
I got to turn on the volume a little bit.
Eugenio, saludos.
Yeah, you talked about hitting a puppy.
That's not what I was...
I mean, you go back, listen to episode 7. Other people listening, watching this, you hear Matt clearly say that he would hit a puppy.
No. I didn't say hit. I said...
You said punch.
Did I say punch?
Yeah.
No, I thought I said punt or something like that.
When we said punch, because I was talking to Luis about, like, speaking to him very
But
aggressively.
it was like, it's not...
You're
that's
like,
not
you're
how I
like, what
meant
if it was a puppy? But no, you know,
I don't know what I said, man.
I cut like
Those are
half that
jokes.
episode. Yeah, I was gonna upload the rest later, but I lost the files. So if Luis is listening to this or watching this, yeah, all your stories got lost. I was gonna upload them in a separate episode.
He was actually very upset.
Yeah, I heard.
He was very mad.
I was editing it. I had it already set, and that's when my computer crashed, and I lost a lot. So, yeah.
Dang.
Next time. Well, we gotta
Next
get him
time.
back on here,
Yeah. Next time.
and this time I won't cut it out because we'll be live, so I can't.
Dale.
I think he'll be happy. But yesterday, dude, we had a total of, what do you say?
Oh, he said saludos. But before that, he said, are you awake?
Yeah.
I heard you guys had a lot of work this weekend.
So we, in total, last week we played 16 hours. And 15 of those hours was Friday through Sunday.
Dude, you called me yesterday. You were like, we're on hour 15.
Yeah.
And you were like dying, dude.
There's multiple reasons I was dying. But in that day, that Sunday, we were just supposed to have 5 hours. It was just supposed to be, light Sunday. That's a lot for Sunday. And
5 hours on a Sunday?
We started at
Holy shit.
like 2:45 up in, well, it was still, all of this was in Austin, but it was North Austin. No, actually, you know what? It was around. But we did 1 hour there, and then we had this 2-hour gig that was more south and more central Austin. But this felt like a mariachi amor gig. And I kept telling him, I'm like, did Alex pass you this? He was like, no. It's like, maybe. Because it was one of those weddings where first it was a mix. It was a Mexican girl and an African American guy.
Oh, okay.
So it was split. I think it was still mostly Hispanic. But it was like at this nice, the area was nice. It was small, but the inside was very well like put together, and they had caterers and everything.
Yeah.
So it was one of those gigs where we kind of just stood around for a bit.
Ah, BGM.
Yes. Yes, those gigs. And then we went to, well, so we were there and we took breaks, which is not something we do. It's not like we decided to. They were just like, hey, hold on for a bit. They're going to do something. And
Yeah.
the people that were really thrown off by this, because that Sunday it was myself, Asael, Eugenio, Chewy, and Nelson.
Nelson. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Chewy is Nelson. They're like, they don't do those gigs. They don't know how to interact or act in those gigs. It's just like, chill.
Like,
nothing.
come on, we gotta play something.
I'm like, no, just do
Corrido
nothing.
de los Perez. Let's go.
Playing me all these hard songs or songs for no reason. I'm like, you gotta chill. How come you can see more comments and I can't see that? Here's a little bit. So then from there, that's when we went to the last 2 hours, which is in Cedar Creek.
Ooh, that's far.
Yeah, from here, from me, it was like half an hour. And it was just a 2-hour gig. It's supposed to be. So we got there like 7:30, and it was just because this guy's mom came from Mexico, and he was just kind of having a party for her.
Oh, okay.
So we were there, finished the 2 hours. We finished at 9:30, and dude, I had stuff to do. I had like projects. I still do. I still have a report to write that I haven't finished. So I was like, gotta go. I want to go. Let's leave. You know, and he was just like,
No, come on.
like
Another hour.
it's like, by this point, I don't know if that's when I called. I think that's when I called you after the 2 hours, because the guy started talking for like a while, just giving a speech or something on the microphone.
Dude, I heard all kinds of stuff going on in the background. I'm not gonna lie, but you were like tired. You're like, you were done, man.
Yeah, I was just sitting down, and I posted this on my Snapchat, but I only have like 5 people on Snapchat.
Hey, you got Snapchat?
Yeah,
Dang.
the rest I only have very few people on there. I only talk. The only people I talk to on Snapchat are people that only talk on Snapchat. Like they don't text or anything. So I'm like, oh. But I just posted a couple things on there. I said I was done. I was like so tired. I had been already playing for so long. Then I went to. I'll talk about that in a bit. And then I went to. And that's when I called you. And we're still at the gig, and dude, I was sitting down. Like the last hour, I did mostly sitting down. There's
what?
This, like I was just sitting. I was so fucking tired. I didn't want to be there. I didn't want to do it. We finished the 3rd hour, and I'm like, okay. And Henry's like, another one. I was like, no. I was like, fine. I went to go sit in the van.
Dang.
I was sitting in the van and still playing because we had the microphones. And we had the wireless mics.
I've done that before, man.
So I had I was playing Vihuela, and I had the wireless mic, and I was just sitting in the van. I was just like this. Still playing. And by that point, nobody really cared.
That's what I loved about the sound system. When I was with compadres, we'd be messing around. I would walk on the other side of the van or whatever, just messing around. And you can still hear me playing because I'm connected. And they're wireless, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, it's surprising they have pretty low latency. So there's no delay.
Right, yeah.
So I did that for a bit, and then I said, like, get out of here. Come on. I'm like, and it was cold. Dude, it got cold last night. It was like 50 degrees, and we're outside.
Dude, can you believe this is spring? It's like 40 degrees outside.
It's about to be in April.
No.
So it got cold, and then I sat on the stool. He brought the stool, and I was just sitting there at the stool. And after a while, I was like, man, it is cold. I'm tired. Those boots, I've been already wearing them for now like 16 hours.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
And they hurt.
You need to put some soles in there.
Yeah, mine just felt like I was standing, and we were standing on like gravel. So it felt all the rocks. And then I did something that they weren't expecting. I didn't even think I was going to do it, but I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Like I said, it was cold. I was tired. I didn't want to be there. We were playing in front of like this. They built this house, but it was more like a guest house. So it was very small, like 1 bedroom, a restroom. It was a kitchen. It was like a whole like a guest house, just a small one. We were playing in front of it. So the guest house was behind us. The front door was right behind me, and it was already pretty much done. So it had electricity and heat and water. And that's where the restroom was. And right in front, or right next to the door, was a window that faced the group. So I go inside the house, and I start playing in the window, at the window. And they go start playing, but nobody knew I was there. And everybody's like, where's Alexis? And then they're like, you know what, fuck, let's just keep playing. And they play, and then I come in, and everybody's like,
they're trying to find you.
Yeah.
That's
like,
funny.
Where's that coming from? And then they turn and they see me in the window just like this, just playing. And
that's creepy, dude.
It looked creepy. And then outside just starts dying, laughing. And then I was like, I'm not gonna be out there.
Yeah.
And then I found this little, but there was no furniture, so there's no chairs or nothing. But I found this little tiny ice chest, like this big.
Oh yeah.
And so I grabbed it and I sat down in front of the window, and I finished the rest of that hour.
Dang, dude. Adolf would have killed me if I would have done that, man. Jeez, man.
He would have, and just so and people, I don't know if people believe me or not, but I took pictures.
For proof.
Yeah.
You heard it here first, folks.
If I can, I'll take out the auto rotate.
People are commenting.
What are they saying?
My mom. Hi, Mom. So y'all gonna start playing some music or sing a little something?
We could.
Luz.
Who?
Luz Maldonado.
Oh, it's my mom. That's my mom.
Oh, okay. She chimed in. She said, "We want songs."
We want songs. You can do songs.
Daniel Junior Rivera.
Oh, okay. What do you say?
He said, "Where's the wine?" Yeah, Oscar, hi.
I like
Oscar.
Check this out. This is a video I took. That's not.
You're in there. Dang, dude. Who was that? Started playing. Yeah. Dang. That's a nice little place. That was crazy. How you snuck in there. Wow.
Yeah, dude. I'm not being.
That's funny, dude.
That
Oh,
was my Sunday.
hi, baby.
Claire.
Nice setup. Yeah.
Oh yeah. You changed things up a little bit. I guess we should say that.
I mean, the chair that Alex had me on wasn't very comfortable.
You said you liked the chair.
It's metal and shit. No, not even a cushion or nothing.
Who said that? You?
Oh, Claire said,
Oh,
nice setup. She likes the setup.
Oh yeah, I've been thinking about doing it this way for a while.
Yeah.
I just never did.
I'll check it out. Eugenio sent me something.
Like through text or what?
Yeah, through
What's
the
that?
message. I gotta download it.
What do you think? He's like,
Video.
don't talk about the gigs. Oh, I think he recorded me.
Oh, he did? His point of view, what do you look like?
Yeah, it was creepy. It looked creepy. It should look.
I would imagine, dude, because it's like nighttime.
And it was just like a shadow.
Yeah.
Just
Looked like a
silhouette in the
ghost.
window.
The ghost of Mariachi's past. Yeah. Yeah, dude, that looks scary. And you're dancing.
Oh, yeah.
Put it on the... That's funny. That's funny, dude. That does look creepy, though, because the window's all foggy.
Yeah, I'm dancing.
I'm gonna have nightmares now, bro. Okay, and you'll just send me that. That's funny.
I've heard stuff that like,
Where's the Weddle socks? I have socks.
where's the widow socks?
I have socks. They're the no-shows. Where's the Weddle socks?
Daniel, that's
People out here gonna be thinking
Hey, we got some. No, yeah. So some people have said or come to me or not really like called me out, but just kind of saying, how do we know like all your stories are true, or like all of our stories, or like what I've said or what you said?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, if I were to make stuff up, it'd be a lot better than what I've said.
Right? It'd be more creative or
Yeah.
like more crazy. Make them more crazy.
Yeah, like like the playing at the strip club.
Mm-hmm.
I could have said it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I could have said the strippers came up to me and started dancing on me and grinding on me or something, but they didn't.
They did.
And so like stuff like that, like this, there's literally proof right there.
Yeah.
That's what I did, and I forgot. I started dancing at the window.
That does look creepy though, because you're like straight face and everything.
Yeah, I was just dead face. I'm tired. I started dancing on the window.
Dang, Adolf would have killed me if I did that, man.
And I was like, "You're fired," while I was sitting on the stool.
Speak-
Did you still bring the stool?
He brought it out on Saturday. We had 5.5 hours on Saturday. Speaking of this weekend,
That's a lot.
I guess I'm gonna get it. Yeah, it was. Work's been picking up, man, and it's been good. It's been real good, but I think that's the case for everybody right now. I mean, you guys and
Yeah, it's been getting busy again.
yeah, which is good. But I know on Friday the restaurant was actually kind of slow compared to the last few weeks.
Friday was salsa night,
Yeah,
so no Texas State people were there, right?
hardly any, but a lot of them mainly were just gigging. And a couple or a couple of Texas State people were gigging and stuff. But I mean, Eli was there, and he was like, "Where's everybody at?" He goes, "I thought like there was like Friday nights were crazy, and now that I show up, nobody's
He
here."
went on a bad night.
He's like, "Am I salty or what?" "I'm salty."
Wow,
We're like, "Yeah, Eli, you're
a
salty."
little bit.
But he was talking about the live that we went on last week. He's like, "Me and Alexis are gonna have to have a talk." He goes, I see he's not here. But it was pretty good. It was decent. It wasn't like packed, or it wasn't like too slow. It was decent. And then Saturday we started at 11. Pretty early.
Claire was like, "Asustas." Oh, your mom asked a question.
What did she say? I can't see my comments now. They're gone.
Yeah, I don't know. It's the live. It's weird because I'm also on the account, so it's like a big delay for me.
Yeah.
But what's the weirdest or scariest place y'all played at?
Scariest place had to. Well, it's not because of the location really, but do you remember the time where we played and somebody pulled out their pistol?
Oh yeah. What? You weren't with us by this point already. You're just
I
helping us
wasn't.
out. You're talking about like last August?
Yeah. I think I was helping you out, and Luis actually went with us too.
Yeah.
And he was on bass, or no, you were on guitarron. He was on violin.
Yeah.
And this guy pulls out a gun, and I immediately like got kind of freaked out there.
Yeah, you got behind me.
Yeah, because he pulls it out and he starts firing it in the air,
Yeah, I remember.
and like that's cool,
They're drunk.
and because I've seen that before. But the reason why I got scared is because he decided to let somebody else get it, and that guy was like trying to, I don't know what he was trying to do with it, but I don't know, he was trying to load it, or I don't know what the hell, and he started pointing it towards us, and I was like,
Yeah.
hell no. And we were playing, and I'm like, no, hell no, dude. And I got behind you, and you're like, okay. Yeah, I mean, that was scary, and that's not so much because of the location, but because I almost died. But I was freaked out because that guy was drunk, and he was trying to handle the gun, and he started pointing it towards us, and that's why I was freaking out. I was like, jeez.
Yeah, I remember that night. We played, what, like 3 hours, maybe?
That was
3.
3 hours. Yeah, and it was very late.
That was the end of the night.
That was that night that you posted the video on Instagram where Jarek and Luis got into it.
Yeah, that's on our Instagram, on Mariachi Sagas Instagram.
Yeah,
They're just screaming at each other.
Yeah, they were both intoxicated though. That's all. So.
Jarek told me
Made
on
it
Sunday,
better.
apparently he stopped listening to the podcast
Why?
because it's kind of funny. He was like, "Y'all just talk so much shit about me, and I can't defend myself, so I just get anxious, and I can't." He's like, "I can't say nothing about it." I'm like, well, come on the podcast
He's probably exactly.
and talk about it. Then defend yourself.
He probably starts wanting starts dance fighting in his room.
I imagine like he's listening to it and he's like talking back at us while listening to it. Even though
but we're live, so he can like chime in there. You know,
he said he saw the live last week, but he didn't click on it because he was scared we would be talking shit about him.
Tell him he needs to stop being so narcissistic. Like, not everything's about Jarek. Not everything's about you.
Jarek's not everything's about you, Jarek. We did talk about it last week.
Yeah, we did. It wasn't bad though. It wasn't bad.
It was just a carnival.
Somehow he finds a way. He finds a way to get in our conversations.
Well, Jarek's funny. Yeah, I remember that night. That's when I had just pretty much gotten back. So this is like August and September.
Yeah.
And yeah, that was crazy. He pulled out the gun and he was just kind of like going like this, like in our direction.
Yeah, dude. I was like,
That was probably the scariest. We haven't really played, or at least me, in many creepy places. I'd say there's two. There's one where, you know, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre house?
Yeah.
Right? Or I mean, the movie.
Mm-hmm.
There's a house out in this area that looks exactly like the house. And it's out like in the middle of nowhere. It's like northeast. It was with Jalisco one time where I played a gig out there. It's probably like 40 minutes away.
Yeah.
Drove out there, nothing but like cornfields and then just a house like off in the distance. And I had to drive past it.
Yeah.
And our gig was like next to that house. Oh, that's a creepy ass house.
Yeah.
And the other thing, well, there's two, but where I do get creeped out or scared that I don't like doing is the Santa Muerte gigs, which we've talked about before.
Yeah. I remember my first and only one. I've only done one. Oh no, actually, I think I've done like two more after that. But my first one, it was funny. I was actually still in the group. You know, Kenyo told me before he walked in, he's like, "Don't get scared, okay?" I'm like, why would I be scared? And sure enough, it was because it was one of those gigs. But it wasn't scary at all, you know.
Sure, your mom said, "Was Alexis your body shield?"
She said that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's like, slide the screen to the left for the comments. I'm like, it's not that.
I got that.
It's not that. The comments are showing us they're not updating.
Yeah, it's kind of lagging here.
So I need to like exit the live and then come back in to see them. It's really, really annoying.
Yeah, I got that T-Mobile though, so that's my.
But the Santa Muerte gigs are scary because sometimes you'll play. I think I've probably told all of these, but there's one time we played at. This was Jalisco. The houses, all the windows were bulletproof, so you couldn't see like outside the windows. They had like bars on all the doors and windows, and they asked us to play the exact same song 3 times in a row.
What is it?
It was like corridos. It wasn't the corrido Santa Muerte. We did that one, but that one was fine. It was another Santa Muerte corrido that they're like, play it again, because we didn't do it very well the first time.
Oh,
like we fucked up, and then they're like, do it again, do it better, and do it again.
That's crazy,
dude. Do it again.
I mean, I guess because, you know, they're paying.
What the crazy thing was, this was a serenata, so it was only like 5 songs, but we ended up playing like 30 songs, and they just kept paying for the songs.
Yeah, it's crazy, dude.
So I got like $80 for the serenata.
Yeah, I think that's crazy.
Santa Muerte gigs are weird, and then that one where we played for that guy in an apartment where it was just him and his dog, and a shrine of Santa Muerte and a basket of fruit.
Like I wasn't there for that one, right? That was with Jalisco, right?
That was Jalisco. And that was it. There was nothing else in the apartment, just him.
Oh, man.
That was weird.
In a way, that's kind of sad, but...
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. It's just, that's the way those those gigs go.
Yeah.
There's one where I sang Puño de Tierra, and I was so scared to mess it up. Because I just kind of started singing at that time. I was like, girl, I don't have it like 100%. Somehow I didn't mess up. I was like, okay, I made it through. and all their faces are just expressionless. They're just no emotion.
Yeah. There are a lot of those, but you just gotta. The show must go on.
Yeah, the man. There's another thing I was gonna say, and I had forgotten it. But a creepy or scary, really just those. There's other than the guns. There's sometimes there's guns. Not really any scary places.
Oh, we gotten some more questions.
Yeah, I think I said who was the most famous person you played for.
For me, honestly, I don't know if you know. I think the most famous person that I've played for, it was with actually Noel.
Noel was the most famous person you played for?
No, Noel was playing along with us, and Julian was there.
You played for
was
Bush?
the I guess is the wife of Ivan Velasco.
Oh, okay.
That gig was pretty interesting actually, but we pretty much all they asked for was like Luis Miguel songs, pretty much the whole time.
That's weird.
Yeah, that's all they asked for, man. But
yeah, she started
a couple of
Sones and
we did a couple of Sones too, and that one was pretty fun. But
she's like, "You're not doing it right."
It was fun, but then it got awkward because like they like everyone left the room, and it was just literally us in the room, and we were like, "Okay, just BGM," or I don't know what the, or we just stood there for a bit and just like talked or whatever. But
I played for a couple, but before that, Claire was asking, do we sing a prayer to Santa Muerte, or is it just a song? It's basically them worshiping the Santa Muerte. They're songs that talk about the Santa Muerte and what Santa Muerte does for them, basically protects them in death and stuff. So they're just songs. We don't like, not necessarily a prayer, just a song worshiping them. But they get intense. This talks about death. The songs talk about.
Yeah, sometimes they're not always like that.
No, sometimes we'll play other stuff.
Yeah, other stuff or regular stuff. It's really whatever they want.
Yeah, but I played for a couple people. Salma Hayek. That one. Yeah, that one was just me, Jimmy, and Israel.
Yeah,
Israel told you about it.
I heard about it. Yeah, that was pretty cool, man.
She's small.
Really?
She's like 5'2".
Oh wow!
She's like
they
really
make her
small.
look much taller on TV.
Yeah, they do really good with angles and cameras and stuff. But yeah, she was there. I'm like, damn, she's tiny.
Dang, that's crazy, dude. I can't imagine her like this small.
I also played for Carmen Jara.
Who's it?
She's a Mexican singer, somewhat famous. She was big for a bit. Right now she's not as big as she was, but it was actually with Mexico Lindo, which is Sergio and Chuy Nelson. It was a weird time for me. I was playing with a lot of groups because this time I was with Amor, and sometimes we just weren't having anything or an hour or serenade. So I would go play with Mexico Lindo a lot, and we got called that day because they were gonna have a group or canceled, or maybe Jalisco was gonna go. I don't know. Somehow we got the gig, but at that time the group was. I would help out. Usually guitarrón. Chuy played vihuela. We had this girl who would sing. I forget her name, but her stage name now is like La Alacrana or something like that. She's an older Mexican lady who sings.
Yeah.
Nelson and this accordion player who, man, I can't remember his name, but he actually passed away like 2 years ago.
Oh, no.
Man, I can't. And I played with him a lot. Eugenio knew him. I mean, a lot of people knew him in this area. He's a good accordion player. Well, we went, but Carmen Jara and her manager, whoever, because she had accordion player too, were upset because we're gonna turn down the gig. We're like not gonna do it. Like, no, we can't do this because we're playing at a rodeo on stage, microphones and everything, big crowd, and we're like, we don't have a violin, and they're like, what do you mean you don't have a violin? You're a mariachi. I'm like, yeah, we don't have a violin. So it was like a good 30 minutes or so of just back and forth debate.
Yeah.
They wanted us to play it because they couldn't find anybody else, and she was about to go on, and Chewy didn't want to do it. He was like, no, we're gonna sound like shit. Eventually it was Chewy. Just me, Chewy, and I think Nelson who went out on stage.
Dang.
And dude, it was bad.
Really?
It was, yeah, it was not good. And then she had her accordion player who he kind of was just kind of, I don't know, taking charge. I don't know. They could have done it with just him, honestly. Just
see, with stuff like that, dude, you can't do it last minute, last minute thing. Like that. Yeah. That can't be, it's got to be kind of planned. At least run through stuff at least once, to get an idea.
The thing with that is because then I followed her on Facebook and I saw, when she went live, when I did that.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
And then a couple minutes later, I go back and check, and that video was gone. She took that video down.
They didn't save it.
And the night before, she was in San Antonio. You know who accompanied her?
Who?
Espuelas de Plata.
Oh, okay. Dang.
And I remember seeing that on her video, and I was like, that looks like Tiki.
Yeah.
It was Tiki and Israel and I think
Louis
Vince. Who?
Louis?
No, Louis.
Or him and Carlos in the group?
I think they're already playing over here.
Oh, okay.
Or they might have actually not even been here yet. Because this is years.
Years ago.
This has been years ago. And so she had Espuelas help her out in San Antonio. And I think those are some of the bigger names. I feel like there's more. I was going to play at the Capitol once for the governor, but that got canceled. Mm-hmm. It got canceled because that's when I think there was a shooting that happened in Houston. That same day. It was shooting somewhere in Texas. Mm-hmm. And the governor went. Like, they canceled the whole party.
Dang.
And he went to where that happened. It was either... I'm pretty sure it was a shooting.
Wow.
But yeah, this was also like 3 years ago. So I didn't get to play for him. I think those are the most famous people I can think of right now that I remember. Are people commenting?
My mom said, yeah, I played for that lady at the Capitol for Cinco de Mayo. I forgot her name.
Yeah, it's about you. I don't know.
Cinco de Mayo? The Capitol?
Oh, she's talking about us. Yeah, that was our freshman year.
The MNG?
Yeah, I remember we accompanied that lady.
What's her name?
And we had to change the key that day.
Yeah. She does banda, right?
Yeah.
Is that who she was? We've accompanied a couple of famous people, and then we've also accompanied, who was it? El Tariacuri?
Yeah, El Tariacuri's. Well, he was also called Tariacuri, but Amalia Mendoza's nephew, Juan Mendoza.
Juan Mendoza.
Yeah, he was cool.
We accompanied him.
He was nice. It's just we didn't rehearse with him, so we fucked up Juan Colorado.
Oh,
bad on stage.
It wasn't too bad.
Well, the first time
that was because I'm not gonna lie. Like he changed stuff up like a lot.
Yeah.
And we're young, we're kind of hard to, not good at following at that point. I don't know.
We're all freshmen at that point, and
yeah.
Yeah, that was the second show was better.
He's very big in Mexico.
Yeah, good singer.
Oh yeah, amazing singer, dude.
I can't remember her name.
Oh, the girl, yeah. Actually, we've done that 2 years in a row. The second time.
Wait, she said Cinco de Mayo, but it was 15 de septiembre.
Yeah, that was for 15 de septiembre. Every year for MNG, I guess. I did it 3 times since I was in MNG. We would play for the 15 de septiembre there at the Capitol. that they would have.
Yeah, that was crazy. That's something we haven't talked about at all. When we joined our freshman year, it was like that. It was like right away, Lopez gave us like 6 songs to learn, whatever, have it memorized in 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And they weren't hard songs, right? But for me, I did a lot of show tunes in high school. So a lot of like Viva Veracruz and Sol de Mexico, and I didn't do standards. Like I didn't know Relámpago until Texas State.
Right.
So we had stuff like Volver, El Rey. I mean, I knew these songs, but I didn't memorize them because we didn't have to. We would memorize show pieces.
Yeah.
And so we did México Lindo y Querido.
Mm-hmm. México Lindo.
And
You sang 15 de septiembre. Was it you?
Yes, but they cut it for the show.
Oh, that's right. We didn't do it.
Yeah, we
Dang.
cut it for the show. I sang it years later in MLO with
Mhm.
Guzman.
Yeah.
But for that show, I can't, what I do remember is you sang El Rey.
Yeah.
I supposed to be well. There's a lot of funny things about the performance. And so we were on stage, and Lopez always says, "What it's pretend like you're giving an individual performance, like a camera's always on your face."
Yeah.
And I remember a very specific picture, snapshot that was of that performance. You had I gave you my guitar. I was just using your vihuela,
Yeah.
and so you can see, like behind us, there's like a screen or whatever, like this big thing that showed
Mm-hmm.
the group, and then you see my face, and I was just like,
In the back.
yeah, I just looked mad. I wasn't mad. I never smile.
Yeah.
And he's always like, smile, or Mariachi director's like, smile, and I just never smiled. And in that moment, that picture, I just looked so pissed. I was so mad. You mean you having a fight with that thing?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I need a. These mics are heavy.
No, dude.
Like, yeah, I don't know how they look small, but these mics are like 1 to 2 pounds.
Yeah, they're heavy, dude.
I actually have to. I've just been hanging on to this thing and moving it back and forth.
I mean, that might be better.
Yeah.
But
But and then the biggest thing that you surprised everybody in the group was, so we're doing El Rey, and you know, it says, yo sé bien que estoy afuera, el día que yo me muera, sé que tendrás que llorar. And then Matt shows the mic to the crowd and gets the crowd to
and
sing
they're like
it.
screaming.
But he had never done that before in rehearsals or anything.
No.
And he just
yeah.
just did it.
I guess when you're on stage and like the adrenaline is going, and I remember that year specifically, there was a large amount of people there. Like, I don't think
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen a crowd that big before. It was like all the streets were filled. You know, you can't even see the street like or the grass or nothing. Like you just see a bunch of people and they just went nuts, dude. And I think I remember like, you know, on the bridge of the song, bum bum bum, ba-na-na, I like screamed "Viva Mexico," like in the middle of it, and they're like "Viva," going crazy.
Yeah.
And dude, I was like, I don't know, but that was probably the most emotion I've ever given in a performance.
That was more emotion than you gave in Vargas.
And it was more emotion than I gave in the next 3 years.
But even the time you competed as a vocal finalist.
Yeah, even that time. But there is a valid excuse for that.
Yeah.
Maybe another time.
Another episode.
That's it. Yeah.
I'm gonna get into that.
But I remember that. Yeah. That was fun.
And yeah, you know, Lopez is very like kind of tries to stick to things, a schedule and his word, and he's like say how things go.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, he almost left me
No. Oh.
at the stadium.
Oh wait. Oh yeah, because we were going on a big trip somewhere, right?
No, for that performance, for that performance, he almost left me at the stadium because we went in vans.
Oh, because he was upset that you were at the wrong place, was it?
No,
Or-
I was there. The thing is, I didn't know where y'all parked.
That's
the stadium.
yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I'm here at the stadium in the parking lot.
But you were on the east side or something.
Yeah,
We're
I was
supposed
on
to
the
meet
opposite
the
side.
west.
And you know what was funny about that? I showed up at on time. I was there, and I was gonna drive down the street to park, but I couldn't because some dumbass vans were parked the wrong way on a one way, and it was your van. It was the van for the group. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I just saw vans parked the wrong way. I'm like, oh, I can't go down the street. 'Cause they're facing the wrong way.
And it was us.
And it was you guys. So then I go to the other side of the stadium.
Honestly, bro, I think I remember seeing you, and I was like, "Where's Alexis going, man? Why is he driving around?"
I'm like, I didn't know that's what the group was in that van.
Yeah.
And then so Lopez was like upset. He's like, let's just leave.
Let's just leave him. Yeah, that's the college mariachi life, man.
Just leave him.
Stick to the syllabus. Stick to the itinerary, man.
Okay, I could have gone. And then we got in trouble. I forgot who was driving, Rudy Lynn or something. I don't know. We parked somewhere. I don't know. It was hard to find parking.
Yeah. Oh, your mom says, there's another question here. How much is the biggest tip that you've ever received?
I think it was like 100. It was either 100, 150, like each person in the group.
I'd say about 100.
But like after Talon or just like at a gig?
I guess technically Talon. Tip. Let's see. $200. I think for Talon.
For Talon?
I think so. And I think
Talon. There's some people who don't know what Talon means. Talon is when you go to a restaurant and you go table by table asking for either tip or you charge per song.
Yeah.
So that's what el talon means.
But at a gig, I think they've given extra money to the point where we each are tipped $100. I think it was $100 each that we got paid. And that was actually it might have been with Suroeste. It was I think it might have been Father's Day. And this guy was just straight up handing each one of us $100 each, like a bill. He was like, dude, he looked like Oprah. He was like, you get one and you get one. And I remember we were rushing off, so that's why he just straight up was just handing us the bills as we were trying to like rush off. And I was like, oh, I'll just give it to whoever has all the tips. But then somebody told me in the group, they're like, no, like that's yours. That's your like tip, you know? I was like, oh, dang. That's crazy.
What do with all this money?
Yeah. I remember that.
I was like, this is more than my pay.
Yeah. Honestly. Nah.
I think it was either 1 or 150. This is when I was still with Mariachi Amor, and we went out to Llano. It's spelled Llano.
Mm-hmm.
White Town. But this guy had basically his own. It was a hunting. I don't know what it's called. Hunting ground. Hunting, whatever. He has like acres and acres of land. It was something like 50 acres or something. Mm-hmm. But he like imports like exotic animals.
Oh, okay.
There in that area. And people go and hunt in that area. Like this place is huge. And he owned it. And he hired us to go out there. And Llano from here is like, I don't know, like 2 hours. And basically gave us our own cab and stuff. And he was like, y'all can stay the night or the weekend or whatever. There's one of the hunting cabins. And they were fully stocked with everything. They brought this like barbecue for us from some place close by. And this is where, I think this is what I was forgetting earlier when they asked, what's the scariest place or something. This was kind of scary. But it was more of a joke because it was with myself, Alex, little Alex, and Steve Urrutia. Mm-hmm. And we go, and like I said, we couldn't even take our cars in there. We left our car at the gate, and someone in an SUV came, picked us up, and drove us in there to the cabin. Basically because of the terrain. It was bad.
Oh, okay.
But we got to the cabin, they have food there. And then they just leave us there, and they leave, and they're like, "We'll be back for you later." And little Alex was saying, like, those movies where the rich white people, like, kind of feed you, clothe you, take care of you, and then they just kind of hunt you. He's like, I feel like this is one of those times. Like, they're gonna let us out in the forest, and they're gonna have all their rich white friends come and hunt us down, just for the fun of it.
Dude, that reminds me of a movie.
That didn't happen.
Yeah, thankfully.
What made it more scary though is when we got to the actual place. It was a place called Sandy Creek because it used to be a creek, but it all dried up, so it's the sand, which looks all wavy. We get there, and there was like this big cross that was basically going to be a big bonfire. And I'm like, oh, we're going to die.
This is some...
There's nothing around, just
witcheries.
acres of land.
Yeah.
Like this, they're going to string us up and burn us. But no, that didn't happen. Then they gave us a $150 tip.
Dang. That's pretty good.
Ran back one more time. And that was it.
That sounds like some...
You say that sounds like something I would make up.
Yes.
That sounds like
honestly.
Sounds like that's not that.
You can't make this stuff up though, guys. Like sometimes these gigs be pretty crazy, man.
Yeah, I mean, they're people like when people have money, they like to just show it off.
That's true. That's true, dude. I think recently we did a gig out on, I think it's Windsor Road off of Mopac. And this house was worth about, I think they said it was $5 million.
$5 million.
I think.
When well, we'll talk about these comments in a bit, but what were you saying about the house?
Yeah, so this house I think is worth $5 million. I think Adolf is the one who looked it up after the gig. But dude, I kid you not, this house looked like a freaking mall, dude. Like it was so huge, and I wondered for the life of me, like, what does this guy do? Like, this guy had money, man. And I mean, I've never seen a house so big. I thought he was like, you would think he's like Elon Musk. Like that's how rich he is, dude. I couldn't believe it. But yeah, man. I mean, he was really nice. He was a really nice man. I think he tipped us a bit. But I remember that gig was super cold. Very cold out there playing. But yeah, man, I mean, he had so much money. He had a full-time bodyguard. Full-time. Like, they had to ring us in, and it was the bodyguard talking to us. Like, who are you? When we're outside the gate, and he had to let us in. And he was full-time. We thought it was like a wedding or something. It looked literally like a wedding venue, but it was just like a get-together with a bunch of friends for his wife's birthday, I think. And I was like, wow, dude, that house is just so big. But Adolf looked it up later, and he's like, it's worth like $5 million or something like that. I think he guessed $6 million. So he was pretty close.
Man.
But, yeah. What did they say?
Oh, they said a couple stuff. But, now, first, I have played you remember this couple out in El Rey, old white couple? I mean, there's two. There's like Robert and Donna, but the ones that would go every week.
Oh, yes.
Robert and Donna, and then there was another two, or another couple.
They would go together sometimes too, right?
Yeah, that's it together. The other ones, who I can't remember their name, he used to be the commissioner for the city of Austin.
Wow.
And this guy had money. We went to his house one time to go do a gig. It was out in Wimberley. It was insane, dude. It was like a mansion, right?
Yeah.
But he had this room, that was full walls, all 4 or 5 walls, however many walls it was, of heads of animals
Mm-hmm.
because he would hunt.
Yeah.
And in the main huge one is an elephant head,
Wow.
huge, the head of an elephant. He had the heads of all kinds of animals, deer and lions and.
So you know Ace Ventura would lose his shit if he saw that.
He would start. And I remember how much we got paid for it. They didn't give us a tip too, so it was like $60 tip or something.
Wait, was he the bald one with the mustache, or was it the other guy?
Oh man, I can't remember his face.
And he had glasses. He kind of looked like Teddy Roosevelt when he wore the glasses. Or was it the other one?
I think that
I
was.
can't remember the other one.
I don't remember if his name was Robert. I just remember Donna. Like the name Donna. Robert and Donna. I think Robert was the one who was more quieter. Did you ever see The Walking Dead?
Yes.
Do you remember? Forgetting everybody's name. The old white guy.
The old one?
Maggie's dad.
Oh, yeah. I forget his name, too.
Somebody in the
I
comments.
know who you're talking about.
Somebody in the comments got.
What's his name?
Clarice knows.
My mom knows. I think she was watching that earlier, actually.
Herschel.
Robert
looks like Herschel. I don't know if you remember. If that helps you remember. But Herschel.
Not much. No. Honestly, dude, it's been so long since. I think it's been about 2 years since I played there. Since I took your spot.
What do you mean took my spot?
When you left,
I gave you
Alex.
my spot.
Oh, okay. Sorry. When you left, Alex, he offered me that planta for a long time.
Yeah. But then when I was free on Thursdays, you didn't want to give it up.
What do you mean? You weren't in town yet, were you?
No. I mean, before when I started playing with compadres. Because the reason I stopped going to the restaurant was because with Jalisco we had a planta on Thursdays.
Oh, okay. I thought you left. I thought you left to the valley.
No, this is when I went to go play with Jalisco.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And then I went with compadres, and compadres we don't have plantas.
Yeah.
So I was free Thursdays. And you're like, no, I'm good. I think I called you. I was like, hey,
Really?
you still playing at the planta? And you're like, yeah. I'm like,
Dang, I don't remember that.
And then that's when Sophia came, like after a few months, and she started going.
I had to stop going, and Sophia went. I mean, she was in the group anyways, right? So it's only.
Yeah.
It'd be dick of me to say no, Alex. I'm going.
There was one time where the Armonia was you, me, and Ivan.
Oh yeah, you were on guitar.
I was on guitar.
Really?
Ivan was on guitar. Well,
I've seen you on guitar once.
Well, yeah. But
no.
It was you, me, and like Steve.
Okay, yeah. That was with Steve. Steve was on guitarron. Yeah. When Ivan played, and you played, you were on guitarron. That's right.
Yeah.
I remember.
That was a good sounding Armonia.
Yeah, that was fun.
But that was the house is huge with all the animals. That was the point of that story.
Yeah.
But let's go. Some of the comments. What is saying? What Claire said. I hate that so much. I hate
it too.
I talked about it on the podcast.
Yeah.
That actually happened yesterday, where these guys were drunk, but that annoying drunk where they just start screaming, and
oh my god,
and they don't even know what they're saying or they're doing, kind of stumbling, falling over.
Yeah, it's annoying.
It's cool when like the client wants to sing a song.
To sing it, yeah.
And they just sing it, and we'll play for them and stuff. But when they start singing along, it's really annoying.
Yeah, it's only annoying if they start getting like, well, at first, when they start singing along, you're like, okay, cool. But then if they get too crazy and like they try to overpower you and stuff to the point where it affects the mariachi, then that's when it gets annoying because you're like, okay, you're kind of like ruining it, at that point.
Yeah, when they start singing super loud, and you can't. It's hard to focus, or you can't even hear yourself.
Yeah. So, and then it gets annoying sometimes too when they try to actually grab your instrument and play it. When they're like,
"Oh yeah."
That happened recently. And I mean, I was honestly, especially with COVID times, dude, I was furious, man. I was like, hell no. This guy was drunk and he started like touching me, and I'm like, man, get away from me. And then he tried grabbing my vihuela. And I was like, here, let me see. Come on, come on. And I'm like, hell no, dude. And so I like looked at him and I was like, basically I told him hell no, and I took off to the other side, dude, when I was playing. And everybody's like, why is he going over there? But they realized that that drunk guy was like trying to grab my instrument. And he looked at me like, what am I doing? And I just like, nope. You ain't touching this thing, dude. I will never let like any clients like touch my instrument, honestly. I mean, if it's like where we're taking pictures and the birthday girl or birthday whoever, wants to hold it, and then yeah, that's fine. But other than that, dude, I would never let somebody play on it. Nope.
Yeah. You know who just lends out their instrumental time when it was Jarek.
Oh yeah, I know.
Always giving the violin. I'm like, and the violin's the one you really don't want to lend out because it's so delicate.
Yeah.
And yeah, then the client starts to try to grab your instrument, or they get into it and they start singing along. They'll like come up to you and hug you and then start screaming in your face the song.
Yeah.
And I'm like, chill.
I think they did it with a gig that I did with you one time. He was doing exactly that. He was leaning on me and then he started screaming. I think it was up north somewhere, like in Hutto. And I believe they brought a violin player. He sings a lot. He's got a mustache. He's like short like us, but he's pretty good, man. I think he plays with like...
I'm not short.
I said, he was kind of short.
I'm not short.
Okay, short like me. Sorry.
There you go. Yeah, people have been saying that
like
recently.
The same size.
They're like, like short guys like us. I'm like,
yeah,
like us.
Like us? What do you mean?
What are you talking about? I'm a big boy.
I mean, you're not like the bear, bro. Dude, he's huge. Like
Eli is big.
We were like talking or whatever, or I think we were arguing or just talking trash to each other. And it looked funny, dude, because he's like talking trash down, literally looking down at me. And I'm like up here, like, dude, because he's freaking huge, man. It's funny because you see the group and the violins, Louis and Carlos are like the same kind of. Noel, Oscar is a little bit shorter. And you see, whoom, Eli. And then, whoom, down to me and then back to Adolf. It's crazy.
That's how it was in Lince de Oro. I mean, Ceci's in there. She's like freaking 4'10", 4'11".
In Lince? Ceci.
The guitar player. Sergio's wife.
Oh, Ceci. Yeah,
you know
yeah.
Ceci.
I remember Ceci.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she came back.
That's right. Yeah.
What was funny is Rudy's on my right, and Rudy's what, like 5'7", something like that. Not too huge.
Mm-hmm.
But this freshman, Pablo, guitar.
Yeah.
This guy's like fucking like 6'2". I'm like, oh my god.
It looks funny. It looks funny, dude. That's how me and Ivan were. Ivan's pretty tall. But yeah. Ivan would stand next to me. Even Victor, he was a pretty. Everybody's taller than me, man.
I mean, Victor would stuff his shoes in some heels.
He'd put his high heels on
inside his boots.
Inside his boots, dude.
Well, we were talking about that earlier in the boxing gym with some friends there, and then we got into this topic about dating taller or older girls or older girls, because this girl who she's gonna turn 30 in a couple months, but dude, she looks like 22 or something like that. She's super young, or she looks young. Yeah. And so then I was talking about the oldest girl I've dated, or like 30. This is weird. But then I was saying, I was like, yeah, I don't really care about age or height or anything. And I was saying, I think the tallest girl that I've been with was She was either 5'10" or 5'11".
Almost 6 foot.
Yeah. And I'm 5'4", 5'5" sometimes.
On a good day.
And man, it was just weird looking up to her. Like I said, I don't care about the size or the age or nothing, but it's just that moment. Like when you're actually in that moment and you gotta look up, and you just feel like
nope,
biggest bitch in the world or something. And then like I had kissed her goodnight one time. It was
it's interesting.
Well, there were stairs, so I was like on the first or second step. I think I was on the first step, and she was on the ground, and we were good eye level. And I did not get off those stairs.
You really don't care, dude.
Huh?
You really don't care.
No.
Wow, that's crazy, dude. I realized at a very young age, and I'm talking elementary school, that I would never like try to date like a taller girl or woman. No, because I remember one time, I was in elementary school, and we were, in elementary school when your parents pick you up, and you have to go outside and wait in front of the school for them. Well, I was waiting for my brother, and he comes out, and he eventually gets caught having to hold the door for a bunch of kids, walking out. I don't know if that ever happened to you, but that happens to my brother. And we're little, dude. I'm like 4th grade. He's like 2nd grade. And this huge girl comes out, and she's a classmate of my brother's. And I'm talking, she's huge, bro. I mean, real big girl. She sees my brother holding the door, and she's like, Jonathan. She just like, he's holding the door. She goes up to him, picks him up, dude. And she's just picking him up, hugging him. And my brother's dangling, dude. But he's trying to hold the door at the same time with his foot, dude. When she picked him up. And I see the struggle, bro. And I'm like, nope, that will never happen to me, man.
Hey, your brother was small
and
this
you
time.
can tell, and he was small. He was smaller than me, but she just goes and gobbles him up, dude. Just picks him up, and he's trying to hold the door at the same time. I'm laughing so hard, but we're kids at this point. But that's when I'm like, nope, I will never deal with that. Like I see the struggle, and I'm nope. So I made up my mind young, bro. Never.
Dude, this girl and I wore the same shoe size.
Really?
I'm like a 9.
You're 9?
9.5.
She's a 9, dude? Whoa.
Well, in guys and girls, that would be like a 11 or 10.5.
Yeah, right.
Oh.
Yeah, no, that's big. For a girl.
Yeah.
I'm a 10.
You're a 10?
Yeah, I'm a 10.
You're like a 7.5. We got to talk about that mustache. We haven't talked about it at all, and also the people can't really see it very well. Matt shaved his beard but kept the mustache. Oh, you can kind of see it.
You can kind of see it. I shaved it, and everybody's been giving me stuff about it. But
Did Eli give you more shit about the mustache or about the podcast?
Actually, I don't think he said anything about me not having a beard.
You didn't notice?
Even Adolf didn't say anything, I don't think.
They were like, hey, let's not say anything. Let's not tell anything.
And, I mean, that's fine, I don't, make a big deal about it or anything. The only time I do, really, is because, it feels weird because I never shave. But I don't remember what happened.
Where did she put?
Who?
Claire.
Oh. What did she say now? Haley, my man. Thank you, baby. Thank you.
Why would you let him... No, Claire, why would you let him do that? You know how many jokes can be made easily about that?
I haven't heard of any except besides the ones that you said.
Julian is the one saying all these jokes behind your back.
Dude, he has. He did. I think the day of that I shaved it, I saw him because we had a gig. Dude, and I just... I think I freaked him out. Him and Luis. I did a gig with them, and I think they freaked out whenever they saw that I shaved. Yeah. Oh no! I sent a picture to Luis because I joke around about it with him all the time. Because I think we were trying to make a bet, and he was like, "Okay, if you lose, you have to shave that ugly thing you call a beard." And I was like, "Dude, I can't. There's no way I shave this, man, because I literally have not seen my chin in like 3 years. Like, it's been a very long time. Anytime I do shave or trim, it's just the beard, and it's like right here. I never touch this. You know, hardly the mustache. That's even bigger deal. But and I was like, no way, I can't do that. So I finally, when I did it, right after I did it, I sent him a picture of it, and I was like, I finally found my chin. And then I sent another one. I said, turns out there's 2 of them. My double chin.
You got 2 for the price of 1.
Yeah.
Claire says you're an independent man. You do what you want.
Yeah. Thank you, baby. No, I mean, she didn't even notice it, really. She said I look the same. Yeah, I'm dead serious, bro. That's what she told me. That was her. Like, at first she was like giving me an ugly look, dude. like she's just trying to figure something out, like an ugly look. And then like she was mad, you know. And then she was like, "Oh, you shaved." Like her face just lit up like a Christmas tree. And I was like, "Yeah." Like it was probably the scariest 10 seconds of my life because I didn't know what to make of it.
You're like, what did I do?
Yeah, it was like a roller coaster right there.
What did you say? What people say?
My mom was pissed, man.
Your mom slapped you?
I walked out of the restaurant. She's like, "What did you do?" She was mad, man. But
that's the worst when you get a haircut, then your girlfriend doesn't notice. You know how many times that's happened to me? When I get my eyebrows done and my girlfriend's like, "Hi."
Doesn't notice.
Yeah.
You gotta keep it clean, man.
That's what I'm scared of, shaving the beard. Because it's starting to get thick now. Like,
Dude,
like
it's
you
huge.
can't really see my skin anymore. Like here, like just here a bit, but it's getting thicker.
It's getting big, dude.
And I'm scared when I shave it, I'm gonna find like another chin or something. I'm fine.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't know. It was refreshing. It made me look. I think it makes you look thinner when you shave. When you go from a beard to like nothing, makes you look a little thinner.
I've been looking thicker lately.
Like swole.
Yeah, Guzman. Saw Guzman. Oh, Guzman came back.
He's back at the campus.
Yeah.
Welcome back, Mr. Guzman. Don't know if you're watching, but
Yeah,
I'm gonna say
who watches the other guys? He doesn't watch us.
Dang. He's team.
Team that guy. Then so he when we're having rehearsals last Thursday in person, he was like, "Hey, you've been working out?" I'm like,
A little bit.
kind of, not much.
Yeah.
And he's like, you look big, like muscular. I'm like, I started eating.
Eating more?
Like just eating in general. Because like there was that time where I wasn't eating, like at all, or where I just couldn't eat. So then I started eating, and I put on 10 pounds.
Dang.
I weigh 175 now.
175.
Yeah,
Not
better
bad.
say my arms look all big.
Yeah. I mean, it's a good thing, dude. I don't know why people have to starve themselves, you know? It's a good thing.
Yeah. I've been fine. I still want to cut some weight though, because my waist has been too.
Yeah, just go on a caloric deficit, man. That's all you got to do.
I need to stop eating flour and bread.
You don't have to stop eating that.
Well,
just, like, cut it down.
To cut fast. If you want to cut fast, then cut out like carbs.
No, if you want to cut fast,
Good life.
listen to V Shred.
You have a 6-pack in 2
Screw
weeks.
those guys. Yeah. By taking a pill, you got to take a pill.
Was it what's in that pill? Tapeworm.
Right. No, man. If you want to look good in the traje, man, you just gotta eat a bunch of In and Out.
That was the main thing. My traje, that belt. So every time, I'm like, man, what belt loop's gonna feel good today, or which hole?
Honestly, sometimes that's me, but lately it's been the same belt loop. But so let's talk about some changes I've had.
Oh, you've had changes?
I've had changes, man.
Like
during gigs and stuff. Well, it mainly has to do with my vihuela situation.
Those kind of changes.
Yeah.
So you meant you
I was trying out a new instrument, and
uh-huh.
I don't know if I should say whose it is or what.
Oh, mine?
Should I not? Was it yours? I was trying out yours.
Oh yeah, I was gonna buy my vihuela, but he was like, nah.
Decided not to. Here's the thing. No, I liked it, man. I did. It's just, I don't know if it was the strings or not. Didn't like the strings that much. And, regardless.
Picky.
I'm very picky. Regardless, I have tried multiple vihuelas. And the main reason is because mine is a size 3. For those of you who are mariachi players, mariacheros, whatever, charros. Those of you who are musicians and do mariachi, y'all know that size 3 is pretty big. That's a pretty big instrument. I mean, usually the biggest one you find is a size 3. I've heard of somebody playing on a size 4 vihuela. But it's very big, and especially for me, I'm like 4 foot nothing, weigh less than 100 pounds.
You wish.
Like it's huge, dude. It's really big, and it took a while for me to get used to. The vihuela I had before was a size 2. I've always wanted a size 1. I've always wanted one, and Alexis had this vihuela. It's like size 1, or should I say 1.5? What is it? Like a 1?
I don't know. When I tried it, when I tried yours at 3, then I got mine. I'm like, yeah, mine's a 1. Yeah, it just like that much smaller.
And it didn't sound like a 1. It had like a little bit of a bigger sound.
Yeah.
To me, compared to my vihuela, it was how do I say this? It was more mellow sounding. Sound 1s are usually, and it definitely had more of this, but size 1s usually sound more choppy, I guess you can say. Yeah, they sound a lot more choppy, and for sones, that's like badass, dude. But and that's the thing I like about 1s too. But mainly I always wanted a size 1. I wanted to go smaller. I don't mind a size 2. They sound good too. And honestly, like size 2s and 3s, they sound really good. I love the sounds that you get on those. But I just always wanted to have a 1 or just try one at least. So I tried it. And I've tried more others. And to be honest, every time I've tried one, I've always missed my vihuela. Every time I'm trying a new vihuela, I'm like, I don't know what it is. I'm just used to this one or what. But I've always wanted, so I was selling my vihuela for like 3 days, and I took it off the market. It's no longer for sale. So stop asking, Eli. Dude, he's trying to. Dude, it's funny because, like, in a way, he wants to buy my Eli, the bear. He wants to buy my vihuela, but in a way, he doesn't. Like, his thing is, he has vihuelas. He doesn't need another one. And he likes them to look nice. Mine's kind of beat up. And it's funny because one day we were gigging. And I don't know what we were playing. He kept staring at me, dude. It was like we were playing a ranchera or something. And he just kept staring at my vihuela. Just kept looking at it and checking it out. And this went on for like 2 minutes. And later he's like, I will give you $850 for that vihuela right now. Cash. And he's like reaching into his pocket, dude. and we're playing in the middle of the song, dude. And he's playing, and he's like, "Cash, I got it right here." And I'm like, dude, like, give me time to think about it at least. You know, and I was thinking about it. I didn't give him an answer. And later I asked him about it. I'm like, were you serious? And he's like, maybe. And he's like, I'll have to check it out. Long story short, he checked it out and he didn't want to buy it. So I'm like, fine, you know, it's cool. As, you know, each weekend or each gig that we do with Eli, he kept offering money for my vihuela, but he's going down every time. So it went from 850 to 800, and it went down all the way down to 600. Dude. And I'm like, dude, why do you keep like decreasing the price? Like, this sucks, you know? You're like, I don't know. I'm like, man, I should have taken that offer the first time, man. I could have got a lot of money for it. But, you know, overall, I'm like really glad that I didn't get rid of this vihuela, because I really love it, man. I love the sound on it. I love everything on it. So it's no longer for sale. And recently did some maintenance on it because it had a lot of crud on it. It was really nasty.
Gave it an oil change.
Gave it an oil change, man. Finally, after years.
You replaced the tranny.
Did you see how dirty it was when you played on it?
Oh, yeah. Like the neck and stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I cleaned all of that off. It was black. Like, the neck was black. Nasty looking. And it wasn't mine. Most of it wasn't mine.
That doesn't make it better.
but,
You're like, all that dirt wasn't
I finally cleaned it off, and the back and the tapa. Julian helped me with that, because I was like, dude, you gotta help me. Like, how do I clean this stuff off? You know. So he gave me some stuff, and we cleaned it off. And it looks like a totally different instrument. He told me, dude. But you know, yeah, that's my story about my vihuela. You've had my gig bag for like 2 weeks.
Oh, yeah.
I use my hard case. I've been using my hard case.
I've
been playing with rough nails because I left my nail buffer in here.
Oh, it was in there?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, that was kind of a funny story. It didn't even say that last week. It was that same gig where we did Urge and Cumbia. Julian was there with us.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, halfway through, I don't think I said it.
Oh, yeah, you did mention it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that he went out and switched to vihuela.
Yeah, we switched to vihuelas, but I left my gig bag. I don't think we said that.
Yeah, I didn't say that. We switched vihuelas, but we also had different cases. So I had the gig bag in my car. Mm-hmm. And Julian's like, well, I don't have his keys. So here's your vihuela. And you're like, it's cool. I'll just put the seatbelt on the vihuela.
Yeah.
Did you put the seatbelt on the vihuela?
No, dude. I just, like, honestly, I held on to it the whole way. I was, like, driving, and I held on to it. Because, you know, sometimes driving in Austin, it's crazy. You're always slamming on brakes with people. Mm-hmm. Austin, I hate you. Dude, Austin is the worst, man. Like, it's mainly the drivers. San Antonio, not that bad. I prefer San Antonio any day. But Austin, good God, man.
Yeah, I was riding with Pablo Saturday. It was all we went to. I didn't even talk about the gigs. We're running out of time. But we went to Flatonia.
Where is that?
It's like an hour from here.
Oh, no.
An hour east. This is like you're heading towards like LaGrange or something.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I know where that is.
Phone's gonna die too. But so we rode with, because then from Flatonia, then we went to Elgin, and from Elgin we went to Buda.
Whoa, crazy!
So each place was like an hour away.
A lot of driving.
Yeah, and so when I was driving from Elgin to Buda, I had to go through Austin, and I was driving Austin style. I don't know. I felt like Pablo was scared or something. I'm like, dude, you gotta go. You gotta go.
Yeah.
Don't stop. Red lights. No, just go.
No, just go. No red lights.
The cop comes.
Peel it.
I mean, cops are gonna try to outrun you, so
yeah,
you just keep going.
And cops understand. You know, I've been pulled over a lot. They like let me go because you know they get it.
Yeah, I almost took a. You know how like when you're gonna take a left turn and the little green arrow says for you to go.
Yes.
I was approaching the light. And I was going to turn left, but it had already gone away. I didn't realize it until right when I was about to turn.
Oh, no.
And I was like halfway doing a turn, and then the other car started coming.
Oh,
like,
crap.
I
should step on
went away. No, I just stopped.
Bro.
And I just stayed there, and I was like, oh, what'd I do? One lane went by, and then I turned left, and the other lane I was holding up went by.
Dang, dude.
But what the funniest thing was, as I was turning left, there's a cop right on the other corner, just watching. He was just sitting there. He was just chilling. I don't think he even noticed.
Wow.
Like, I just held up a whole lane of traffic.
He was just finishing up his donuts.
And he didn't even care. I was like, all right, cool.
That's scary, dude.
Yeah, some cops that really don't care. But yeah, we're pretty much at the end of this. Yeah, it's been enough. But just a couple of things people said. My mom asked, "What's talon? Why do they call it that?" Well, she said talon means heel because you're on your heels. You're always walking.
Ah, yeah, that makes sense.
And so we call it al talon because we're always walking from table to table or different restaurants.
Yeah, you don't see that much of that anymore. Like, you know how we would go during the week sometimes in talon?
Yeah,
we don't really see that much anymore, or we don't do it as much.
Yeah,
because of COVID.
I mean, restaurants probably won't even let you, or some will have restrictions.
Yeah.
And then she's like, eat healthier. These chips, yeah, are bad. But this popcorn is actually
organic.
Yeah. And it has sea salt, and it's like no butter.
Nice.
So it's actually good. And popcorn is really good for you because it has a lot of fiber.
Mm-hmm.
So popcorn is a good snack. So that didn't really have any butter.
It's good.
But this is bad.
But those Lays, though.
Don't eat these.
I'm about to go get me some. I'm about to go get me some Lays.
But this has been fun, Matt. We had more people.
Yeah, we had a record-breaking number of how many?
I think we had like 10 at one point.
No, it was more than that.
Oh, we had more than 10?
I think it was 13.
13?
That I saw.
Wow.
And once. We're getting up there.
Yeah.
We should start sharing when we're going to go live.
Yeah, we should start telling people, hey, this time, you ready?
Yeah.
But
yeah. It's been fun. Time to go Mimi's now.
Oh, man. I don't want to do my schoolwork.
I remember those days, man. Now it's the same amount of tired, but just it's because you got to wake up early for work, man. It sucks.
I don't want to graduate. So, we'll see if we have that guest, because we haven't had a guest in a while, and want to.
Long while, man.
We haven't just sat down and talked to somebody about mariachi in a while.
Yeah.
So
it's coming up.
If we don't get this guest that I mentioned, there's other people that I have in mind that we can speak to. But this has been episode 10 of Los Mariachi Sagas. This has been season 2, live from Facebook. See you guys next week.
Take it easy.
Come on, guys.
Come on, guys. Stay safe. See you guys. Mariachi Sagas. Mariachi Sagas.